So hi everybody and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 full game tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 79 and in this video we continue with our ThrowStone, but here a note. I got a comment in the comment section and there was a person who interested in footsteps, and I will make this because I used this in this game and I thought I already showed it, but probably not. So in the next video I make another task for footstep, but we will continue then with the normal task here, which is the ThrowStone. First, but in this video I want to finish ThrowStone because we have to correct there something. The first thing what we have to correct is there is an error from my last video code, and it is very easy to fix. And the problem is that sometimes it occurs that the spawned stone is not available, and then it comes an error message like non-accessible. And how you can fix it's very easy. Here, the first one, when you press G, for example, in my case, you grab the stone, and after you grab the stone, you press another key to throw it. But before you throw it, you can check if this created stone is valid. There is a note, it's called is valid. Let me show you that. So in my case, the stone here is created. We have created here a reference, so I get the reference stone. And what you have to do is just get the stone, then drag here out, write is valid. And you can see we have here two options. They are both the same, but this one is the shortcut, is valid. And then you can just connect it here if it's valid. Then you continue if it's not valid, and then we will go back to our grabbing the stone and reset it so we can try to grab again a stone. That's it, what we have. And this one is the way which you will see most time, but there is even a faster way than this one. Let me show you this. Instead of dragging this one out, you can here just click on the object which you want test. And important is you can click it here 2 times, 1 time here. Here's no option. Careful, you have to click on the name here. So I click, and then you can go down, and it says you convert to valid get. And valid get is that what I need in my case, because here you have, again, you can see the 2 checks is valid. You continue is not valid. You go back and reset it so you can try to grab it again. And here is also at the same time the get. For example, in my case, I just put it here, so I include it here. So you can do it like you want. Important is you have to do it after you created this one here. So after this one, anywhere you can make it. And I made it here on top, and if it's not valid, just go back and try to grab a stone. That was this case. And now in this video, what I want to show you is I found a new system, which is what I mean is not a new system. We grab the stone, we throw it, and when the stone collides with the landscape, we can get the spawn point. And this is actually a better system than this one here with the line trace. So with other words, you can replace this line trace system later if you want. But let me show you first what I mean, what we do with this one. Let's make a demonstration to understand this perhaps a little bit better. Let's see if because I talk so much. So here is our landscape. First of all, I press K. That was this version with the line trace. So it is creating, the Kraken is spawned, the Kraken goes up, and now I grab from the ground, for example, a stone, and then I throw it now here. And where it drops, or I should make it a little bit stronger to throw, but where it drops is the place where I want now that the Kraken spawns, and I already made it. So let me press it. You can see it comes, and it was dropping here anywhere, and it comes out there. And this is what I want to show you here. Let's do this. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to go to our character where we have all this kind of stuff made from last time. And now in character, again, get again a key binding for a test. This is just for test purposes. We make this later differently. This is just a prototyping so that we get first how we want make it, and later we optimize it. All right. So first of all, you get again a key binding like last time. Select what you want. I selected this P here in my case. And then I use a new node, which we not use often. And the node is teleport. So teleport. So you get the teleport node. And why I use here the teleport node is because I don't need to spawn the Kraken again. The Kraken here, these tentacles, they are already in our level, so I don't have to spawn them again. I can just get the reference, and we have to create a reference now, because that was also new from last time. This is the new thing what I have not, because first I spawned the Kraken, that was the tentacles, and then what we have to include here is just make a reference, promote this to a variable. So again, promote this to a variable, you can see, and then here is this, I called it ref kraken. And now with this promoted variable, I can use this reference. So after you promoted this to a reference, you get this reference here, and then you connect it as a target. And here again, the teleport means you already have something spawned and you want just that it is spawning on another place. And instead of using the spawn, you choose just teleport, which is probably cheaper, I don't know, but probably cheaper than spawning. All right, because if you want spawn, you have also to destroy the other object, which is more work. This teleport is cheaper, that's why. At least that's why. All right, after this one we need a location, so we teleport now the Kraken, and this new location is actually how we get it. So that was the new thing. This is just how we move the Kraken to the new position, and to do so we have to go to our stone which we created. So in our stone, let's go fast, find it. So that was here, the stone. You click on this one, go to open up your stone, that is this one. And the first thing what we make is here begin play. Write this event begin play, I already wrote it, and just make a fast reference to your horror character, or your character, sorry. So you know how to make this, just write it, get play, get character, most time character, get player character, and then you make again here, drag this out, cast to, in my case, the horror engine character, because I'm using the horror engine character, and then right click here and promote this to a variable, and we have a reference. And by the way, this is probably not the best way. Perhaps you can make this even better with libraries or other way arounds, but I made this only for fast purposes. This will work for our case now. All right, after you have now this reference, because we will need this reference, and the question is now why we need the reference to a horror character. And the point is the character here, if we go back now to our character one more time, because I forgot something, we have to create a variable, and the variable is there where the stone which we throw, it will drop and have an impact point with the landscape, and this point we need to save in a variable. Let's make this. We go here to the variable section. I call that stone drop location. You can see it here. I go with this one. So you write here stone drop location or something like what you want. I already did this, and then what we need is this stone drop location. This one, how we get this one, and that's the point. That's why we go back again to stone 3, and now we have to locate this stone drop location, right? And how we do this is, first of all, we go in our stone. We have here, you know it, I created here this billboard and this SM stone. You click on the SM stone, and in SM stone, you go first to the details panel. You write here collision, and then you activate here simulate, it says here generate hit events, very important. We need this hit events here. It is not checked by default, you have to check it, and then it will generate this hit events. After you have this one, you can click on this override events as well, but I don't know if we don't need this, but just in case. So after this, you go again to, you click again your stone, then you can go here in details panel down where you see the green things here where it says the events, and then you can click on component event. But by the way, you can make this also here too if you are already a little bit more advanced. Just right click here and then add event, and then here are all these events which you see here are here too, but this one is more visible. So here you click on component hit event, you click on this hit event. I already have it, but your hit event will not look like this probably, and the reason for that is very, very simple. Your let me see, let's click this away. Yours one look like this one. And then important is here, after you have this one, let's start here from start. What you do is you start here with the other actors. You go here, then you write cast to landscape, because we cast to landscape because our stone will collide with the landscape, and the landscape I'm interested in the place where it collides with the landscape, because the tentacles should come out from the new place, right? So that's why we cast to the landscape. You can see we connect this one here. You are doing this, I already did here. I use here again a do once node, and the reason why I do here a do once node, because the stone will collide not only one time, because it will collide probably more, because I'm not destroying the stone immediately. That's why I use a do once node, so I'm only interested in the first impact point, not on the other ones. So here you could, that's why I use here again do once, and this, oops, not this one, this one here. And after you connect this one I'm not resetting, and then I need now get the hit point location. And you can see here again, back here to our component, there is not a hit point location. And when you go down to this to this circle here, you have two options. You can drag this out and then go here down and use this one here, break hit results, and this break hit results make a new node and has here a arrow down arrow, and here you have all the results of this hit, what you can get, and here is the location which we are interested in. That's why we made this. But this one, you can see it's a additional node, and if you want not an additional node, in my case, I said, okay, I want it that it's here, and that's a good feature. You can just click here and split spin, and you can see it's here in it, so I don't have to have an extra node here. And here is the same thing like before. Again, I'm interested in hit location. That's why we all made this thing. And then from hit location, now what we have to do is we have to get first the reference which we created before, the character reference. So okay, let's get it. And then the reason why we get this character reference is we have created this stone drop location in our character, right? That was what we created. We set this one here in this stone section. Why we set this? Because here, this is the location which we get from the stone drop. And this one I want set to the character, and that's why you make this one. After you have this one, you should have something like that, and then we connect here the location with our stone drop location here, so you can connect it directly here. I have just here a reroute node. All right, that's it for our stone. So what is the stone doing? It is just giving us a location. That's it. That is his job. Nothing more. So all what you see here, let's commenting here, get stone drop location. Nothing more. That's it. By the way, let's make it here. This one is just get the player character. Let's this one here. So let's go here, let's make this one perhaps. So all right, with that one we compile, save this one, we go back to our character. Now we continue this one. We was here on the teleport, right? So we have the connect this one, and now I get the stone drop location, that what you created before, the variable. This one will be assigned here, so I know this now. And now I have again to subtract -600, so the tentacles start again below the earth, not not spawned on the Earth, so that's why we have to subtract again. We already did this. Subtract. You write to subtract, and then you write again the numbers how deep it should be, and then you just connect it to this location, and that's it. And this one here, the first part, if you have this one, works almost. This is already the finished part. This one here will teleport the Kraken below the Earth, but it will not move the Kraken up. So we have to move the Kraken up, and we already made this one, and this one has to be optimized, of course. The whole codes here need to be optimized and arranged a little bit, but we make this later when we have all the basics and we have it almost for the ThrowStone and spawning. And here, what I have to do is I can call show tentacles. We already created this in one of our other videos, but if you connect this one directly, it will not work. And the reason for that is this show tentacles here used a timer, and the timer has here a branch in my case, which is controlled by this calculated distance. So the calculated distance, if it's greater a certain value, it will all time clear the timer. And this calculated distance, we have to reset. So that's what this was, just for test purposes. So this one we have to do probably better later. But in this case, for test purposes, you can just get again the Kraken reference here. So again, we have created this before. You get this one here, and you reset the calculated distance to 0 because it starts from 0, and then you call the show tentacles and it will move up from the new place. And again, the whole thing we have to test. And that's it for this video actually. And yeah, and like I said, in the next video I want to make this footstep just to show you how to create this, but I will probably use the horror engine footstep because they already created this one and we have just to modify it. And when I modify it, you will see anyway how they created it, and then you can tweak it a little bit around. All right, with that said, if you have any questions, any comments, like all time, write in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye, good luck, and like all time, never give up and have fun.